In the first episode of Love, Victor, we get introduced to Victor Salazar, who just moved to Atlanta from Texas along with his family. And his family includes his father, Armando Salazar, his mother, Isabel Salazar, his sister, Pilar Salazar, and his little brother, Adrian Salazar. And Victor will be going to the same high school, Creekwood High, that Simon went to. As soon as he arrives at his apartment complex, he meets Felix, one of his neighbors. And he's going to be going to high school with Felix. Felix gives him a walkie-talkie to stay in contact with him, and overall just seems like kind of a goofy kid. But since Victor doesn't know anybody, sure, why not? He could use a new friend. And Felix is very overeager to be friends with Victor, to the point where he actually shows up 30 minutes early before school to walk with him there. As they're walking to school, Felix tells him how he's jealous of him because he gets to start his life over again with the new school, and he would love to be the new kid. In 5th grade, he got hit in the balls playing dodgeball, and some guy started a rumor saying he lost a testicle, and now everybody calls him Lone Stone. He then walks into the school and meets the new vice principal, Miss Albright, and she just got promoted from being the drama teacher. She tells him about the Winter Carnival that night and how maybe he'd meet his friends there. He's kind of dismissive of it, and she says, "Don't dismiss the Winter Carnival," and then goes on to tell him that her favorite Winter Carnival story has to do with Simon finding love on the Ferris wheel. And this is the first time that Victor is hearing this and hearing how open they are in Atlanta to gay people, something he's just not used to. As he's putting stuff in his locker, Lake shows up, filming him taking pictures because she now runs the Creek Secrets website. And she wants all the details on Victor. And that includes if he has a girlfriend, to which he says, no girlfriend. Mia comes over, seeing that he's getting interrogated by Lake, and tries to save him. She then apologizes for Lake's behavior, but he says, no, it's cool. No one's really ever excited to take my picture, so. And after the girls leave, Felix comes over because he is amazed that Mia Brooks actually spoke to Simon, and Simon made her blush. He's trying to get through to Victor what a big deal this is because Mia is, quote, the hottest girl in their class. But Victor has his eyes on somebody else. A fine-looking kid named Benji sporting a vintage Pink Floyd shirt that he clearly bought at Target, but he makes it work for him. And after the initial awkward introductions, Felix lets him know, by the way, he's gay. Not that there's anything wrong with that. Just, you might not want people getting the wrong idea. Victor then heads off to gym class where he gets introduced to Andrew, who's kind of the jock of the school, plays basketball, and Andrew seems friendly enough until Victor schools him on the basketball court. And when that happens, Coach Ford calls him over and wants him to join the team, and Victor's like, yeah, that's fine. I like basketball. I played in Texas. But when he tells Andrew, Andrew's not too thrilled about it. And Andrew also gets really upset when Victor tells him he plays point guard because Andrew plays point guard, to which Coach Ford says, look, we'll worry about positions later. He then gives Victor a $500 form that he has to get back to him to play basketball. And that's when Victor realizes that it might be a little difficult because he doesn't exactly have $500 lying around. But in this school district, $500 seems to be nothing to everybody. After gym class, he finds his sister who is having a rough go of it. She hates the school, hates the people, wants to go back to Texas, is pissed off that her family even dragged her from Texas because it dragged her from her boyfriend, and feels like she's getting judged by everybody there. Mia comes over and asks if anyone's making fun of her and giving her a hard time, and she points to these girls, and Mia says, don't worry about them. They'll be pregnant before they even leave high school. You'll find your people. To which Pilar gives her a ton of attitude, saying, my people are from Texas. Some kid then walks up to Victor and says, hey man, I just donated to your GoFundMe. And Victor has no idea what he's talking about, and it's because Andrew has set up a GoFundMe to pay for his basketball. And it wasn't done out of kindness. It was done to embarrass Victor because he's intimidated. And Victor yells at him saying, you're just mad that I schooled you on the basketball court, but take it down and give everybody their money back. Andrew then slaps his lunch out of his face, and then Benji comes over, tries to help him out, but Victor, heeding the advice of Felix, just walks away, not wanting to give people the, quote, wrong idea. He's then walking back into school, and Felix shows him an article from Creek Secrets saying that he has a short fuse, and at this point, Victor's pissed off, and Felix keeps pestering him about going to the Winter Carnival with him, and Victor snaps, saying, stop talking. I'm not going to go to the Winter Carnival with you, Felix. I don't even know you. We're just two guys who happen to live in the same apartment complex. When Victor gets home, he finds his parents fighting, and he's curious of why they're home early, and it's because his sister got involved in a fight, and now she's suspended for a week. She threw a girl into a locker. And Victor calms his parents down, saying, look, it was just a rough first day. She'll get acclimated. She'll get used to it. But he's also worried about his parents because it seems like they've been fighting a lot. And his mom says, look, marriage is tough. Even the good ones. Don't worry about us. We'll be fine. She is worried, however, about what the future holds for the family, but does also feel bad about burdening Victor with it, although he's been, quote, her strong one, so she feels that she can confide in him. He then hops on Instagram and finds Simon, and he writes him a message that kind of gets out of hand. He tells him how he heard Legendary status. He's mad at him because he had the perfect accepting parents, and at the end of it, he says, I don't really expect you to write back, but I just want to let you know you're very lucky. He then knows that he has to make things right with Felix. He feels bad about what he did, so he pops on the walkie-talkie that Felix gave him when he first arrived and said, hey man, sorry about what happened. let's go to the Winter Carnival together. Pick me up at 7:45. And the two head off. And while Felix goes to get food for the two, he gets a message back from Simon. He starts off by welcoming to Creekwood and tells him that he hopes he enjoys it as much as he did. And he apologizes for the fact that Victor doesn't have anybody that he can really open up to. He does tell him about his experience and about how opening up to the world was the scariest thing that he ever had to do, even with parents that were very accepting. And he gives him some encouragement that maybe Victor's family could be accepting like Simon's were. And maybe if he's lucky, he'll find the people in Creekwood who will support him and the people that he could tell anything to. Simon then goes on to say that if he's really, really lucky, he'll find the person in the hallways of that high school that could change his life forever. And maybe that person is actually Mia, because he walks up to her and asks her if she wants to go on the Ferris wheel with him, and she says, yeah. Thank you for watching this recap. If you do not see the next one up in the corner right there on the end screen, don't worry, it'll be up shortly. Please consider following the channel. That'd be cool. If you liked the video, give it a thumbs up, and if you don't, there's a thumbs down button for a reason.